Hey guys, this is David back with X-Wing Versus, and today I have a really fun build, and it's for the TIE Punisher, and it's a way to make it into not quite a dogfighter, though it makes it super maneuverable, and you can pretty much drop bombs wherever you'd like, which help control your opponent's movement and can let your TIE Punisher, in this case Death Rain, get wherever you want to go. And there is also Tomax Bren and the Countess Ryad. And as I said, most of this video will be focusing on the TIE Punisher. And and like I said, it's a fun way to use your TIE Punisher. Then again, I necessarily wouldn't recommend bringing a TIE Punisher to your local tournament, though it is 100% fun. And so if you're all about fun, go for it. And with this build, you'll be able to get it to things that you wouldn't expect to do and your opponents aren't going to expect your TIE Punisher to be doing. And this is possible mostly because it has the boost action, which I think is possible because if you look at the model, it has 5 really big engines on the back. So pause X-Wing for a moment and then, just step aside and just think about if Star Wars were real, what it would be like to get these ships moving. And it's just crazy to think the TIE Punisher, so it's using these 5 engines to move and then it still gets to boost. On Death Rain, like I mentioned, there's the bomblet generator. And this is very important with Death Rain's ability, so he can drop the bomb forward in front of him and behind him and still get to do a free barrel action. And dropping it in front is very powerful because your opponents, at least from my experience, most people aren't used to that. And so it really catches them off guard. And also you have accuracy corrector. And so this ship has a max attack of 2. And so this just ensures that every time you have a shot that you will have 2 hits, which doesn't sound like a lot, but through the course of the game, knowing that you're guaranteed 2 hits is actually really annoying. And also with the bomblet generator, that's 2 damage dice your opponent has to roll for that they don't get to block. So you may only be attacking for 2, but that adds up over time. And then also the twin ion engine Mark II is super important to this build. It's what makes it possible. So if you look at the TIE Punisher's dial, its green maneuvers it's 1 banks and the 1 and 2 forward. And with being able to have all your bank maneuvers green, it opens up a lot of possibilities. And so it makes it possible for you the turn after you performed a K turn or some red maneuver to move 3 forward at a slight bank and then boost, and you will clear your bomb. So again, this build is all about doing the unexpected with Death Rain. And another note about TIE Punishers, they have a lot of health, right? So they have 3 shields, 6 hull, for a total of 9, but they only have 1 defense die. And so this ship, if it's being fired upon, it will take damage. And it's usually, most games I fly with a TIE Punisher, it usually dies. And that's the reason why. And so, again, this is about taking advantage of the maneuverability you get with Twin Ion Engine Mark II and being able to drop your bomblet wherever you want to help make your opponent take unexpected damage. That's really the key here, and it'd just be really fun to see your opponent's face when you just performed a red maneuver, and then you drop a bomb forward, and then if they know anything about TIE Punisher's dial, they'll know it's not super maneuverable, and you can guess that just by looking at it, and then you reveal a 3 bank, and then you boost. And I think it's also that boost that really, I know the boost still surprises me that it has that action, that flexibility. And so guarantee your opponent will just be in awe. So it'll just be fun just to see your opponent's face. Okay, Tomax Bren is the next pilot in this list, and this is also kind of fun just because you have 2 bombers, 1 super heavy bomber, the TIE Punisher, and then the TIE Bomber, which is also a bomber, even though it does pretty much, I've never used this thing to drop bombs, and I don't know many people who do, but if you're that person, feel free to let me know down in the comments what your loadout is for a TIE bomber that actually uses ordnance. And so the Tomax Bren, the key is crackshot, being able to cancel a defender's agility result. So let's say they think they just got away scot-free from an attack. Well, too bad, so sad. You crackshot their defense die, and then you still get at least one other hit in. And also with unguided rockets, it makes this ship from a 2-die attack to a 3-die attack. So long as you're taking that focus token, you're taking the focus token, then you'll be able to roll 3 defense dice every time, and you'll still have the focus token to modify those results. And I also gave Tomax Bren lightweight frame, so that way in most cases you'll be rolling 3 agility dice to defend yourself against your opponent. And Tomax Bren also has 6 health, so there's quite a bit of health in this build, as we're about to see with the Countess. So she has 6 health, obviously, and X7 title, making her a bit cheaper, and she's still only pilot skill 5. And that's where so first she gets to move early on, right? And so she can pretty much get wherever she wants to be, and with being able to K-turn on any straight maneuver, she can almost pretty much always be able to shoot. They'll pretty much always be able to get where you want to be and then shoot. And also, so you have Predator, so you get the free reroll no matter what circumstance, and also stealth device. So a TIE defender with a focus token and an evade token is pretty hard to hit, but give it an extra dice and it takes it to a whole new level for its defense. And so in this build, Death Rain, even though this is about how to get a TIE Punisher into almost a dogfighter, it feels like, with just how maneuverable it becomes with that twin engine Mark II, the insurance that you'll be dealing damage each round is Tomax Bren and Countess Ryad. Tomax Bren, it really comes down to his crack shot, being able to cancel, defense results and get the damage to go through. And then Countess Ryad, your TIE defender. You can get wherever you want to be. You have a reroll, and you just have so much defensive power that you'll be able to survive your opponent's attacks and to get to make your own. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about this build. Is this actually a way to get a TIE Punisher into what feels like a dogfighter? And again, it's crazy to think how maneuverable the TIE Punisher becomes when you give that twin engine Mark II. And again, this build, I'd recommend it just purely for fun. It's really unusual and unexpected, and again, like I said, in a tournament setting, I think it lacks the damage output with the TIE Punisher, and again, your TIE Punisher is just going to die. And this build's 100 points, and Death Rain is about 33, if I remember right, 33 points of that. So that's 33 points you're giving up each turn or each round, and that may make the difference in if your opponent only lost 1 ship, that it can make a difference. I brought a similar build with Death Rain, and it was 32 points, I think, and I only won by 1 point in the end. So yeah, this build, super fun. Really recommend you try it, and I'd love to hear what you guys think down in the comments. And if you want to see more of these videos, feel free to subscribe, and then you'll be notified as soon as I put out a video. And yeah, just love to hear what you guys think. Thanks for watching.